Alrighty guys, you can see it on the screen right there. We've got a brand new paint scheme. That's right, we've got the all-new Mac Tools Blackout paint scheme, number 17. It looks pretty good, and also gotta love how you have the screen and the screen and the screen. That is awesome technology. Anyways, let's get the car ready for qualifying here. There's a little bit of a add-on boost as we head back on track with the Mac Tools race car. We did a kitchen sink setup on the car. We've already got the wedge exactly where we want it. We've added the tape to where we wanted it. Now we got to send it off into turn 3 and see if it holds. What we do here, we're going to go ahead and get our look at what's going on the tires. That's going to give us a whole lot of information for the race. Pretty smooth through that corner. We probably left a little bit there, but just trying to feel what the car's doing here. Hit the wall. And not much better than last time, honestly. A little bit better. Alright, so we're going to have to work on that, but we did come with a whole nother setup to see what we could do. So, and there you can see, at night, this car's going to look pretty sweet. So, anyways, we're going to do some final adjustments here and see what we can do. Alright everyone, welcome back to Homestead-Miami Speedway for the back-to-back weekend. We have got Brandon Brown, who looks a bit slow. Joe Gaff Jr.'s car is really fast, amazingly, and Jeffrey Earnhardt had to change an engine after qualifying. Let's get ready to go racing in the heat of the Miami evening at Homestead-Miami. Alright, Mac Tools on board for the night race. We got the nice matte black paint scheme going on. We got Chase Briscoe up there leading the way as we are off. We're gonna kind of sideswipe there. Last race's winner, and that was just a little. Let's see what we can do here. Gonna pop up our informational board and keep an eyeball on that just to see what we got going on. So 18 laps of fuel to start off the tank. 50 laps is what we have to race. Josh Panicki back up here in the lead. We're going to try and help to straighten him out a little bit there. Kind of helped. Going to send him way back there, but did help to get him a little bit squared back up. Alright, car-wise, trying to feel what we got. Ooh, car trying to take off from me. That's what I felt for sure. Alright, we're going to have to do some more work during the caution of this race as well, it feels like. Or maybe not the caution, but at least green flag pit stops. But something's going on still with the car. Cannot get that fixed, apparently. So we're just totally off on whatever the setup is that we're bringing. We are just not hitting the ballpark of where we need it to be. Alright, we're going to try and run the high lane because we are just not getting to the bottom. So we're going to try and see if this car likes running higher up and just keep it up there and see what that does. Because we're not getting down to that bottom lane there. Little off throttle, back on the throttle. Okay, kind of likes running the higher lane, it feels like, at least that time. So we'll see what we can do with that. Get a nice draft off in the back. Actually, we're going to draft him a little bit into the corner. Off throttle. Okay, car seems to be liking the higher lane a little bit stability-wise. We're not gaining any time up there whatsoever. So that's unhelpful. Hit the wall there again. Yeah, so something just cannot quite get the setup where we need it to be on the car, and I'm not sure what else we can do. We can definitely switch up the wedge a little bit more. keep going down on that, which I think we will try for this race because we're just not getting where we need to be. Anthony Alfredo coming up to get past us. Give him a little bump draft. Running up by the wall there, not getting any speed, coming down back behind front row Joe. Draft him down the straightaway here. Yeah, we just can't quite seem to run very good. Just, I'm not sure how to explain what I'm feeling, but it really does feel like we are just kind of like digging into the front of the car here, and cannot get that nice sweet spot of kind of feeling the rear end step out a little bit to help me kind of guide it through the corner. We're not really getting that. Just kind of what I like to be able to have, kind of like the rear end to step out just a little bit in the corners, because that helps me angle the car a bit better, but we're just not quite getting that. And the car just starts off really, really stiff, so somehow we need to work on that, and I don't quite know what adjustment to go with. We're starting to gain a little bit of time here. Also, I've kind of switched up how I'm entering the corner, so that's giving me a little bit more wiggle room and speed to work with. Like off throttle right here, we can kind of just let it glide down, so that's helping us out a little bit. But I need the car to be able to start off that way and not wait for the tires to start wearing out to be able to get to that point. So that's where we're having the issue. So we're getting some better, but that's more just making adjustments on the go. But the problem is I can't do those adjustments on the beginning of the run, as we have caution out on the racetrack. No one is selecting to pit here. Got a few guys in the back. But we're going to go with everyone else, and we're going to see how this runs out. I'm rather interested. So the majority of the field stayed out. Only a few guys in the back decided to pit. So this is kind of interesting on the strategy-wise. Everybody mixed up here at the front. Not sure what this starting lineup was. We can do here, nice and easy. So we got 9 laps of fuel remaining. Tires are in decent condition. They could be better though. I'm rather interested as to why people decided they did not want to pit for this, as we just go riding up the track here. We're going to try and get it down. Cannot get it off of that line though. Alright, draft. Going to go behind Ross Chastain here. Drift into that middle lane. And slowly come back down to the bottom. I'm going to get that draft off of the net here. Should get us a little bit of speed. I got Ryan Sieg making a move to the inside. Luckily we got that draft from the guys in front of us here. Ooh, getting the draft from 39. Gonna take a 3 wide on the back straightaway here. Drifting up the track, 4 wide at Homestead. Ryan Sieg, huge crash back behind the leaders. Car flipping in the air. As Ryan Sieg was trying to spin me out, taking us all the way down to the wall. He ends up losing it after that. That huge wreck back there behind us. But we're going to go down on the wedge just a little bit more, and we're going to find out if that's going to help us out any. We're also going to go up a little bit on the tire pressure in the back wheel. just to see if we can get that to step out just a little bit. We're going to see what that does. Alright, brand new tires, wedge adjustment, fuel fill up, and we are back off. Car already on pit road, not sure who that was. And we got a couple of the guys who ended up pitting earlier. They have cycled to the front there. So we're going to see how well they do. We got the 5 car, I believe, up here. Yeah, I'm liking how the car has fired off here for the first lap. I'm going to see how it does sending it off into the corner. Alright, we got the 5. We're going to go to the wall. And we got front row Joe trying to make it to the front row. We're going to come down, bump into a net here. We're not getting stuck behind the Waterbury car, as tasty as they may be. Oops, 6 spinning, 6 spinning, 6 spinning. He's able to grab it. We got everybody down here. We're just losing time here, so we need to get back into the draft. Drift. Give me that bottom. Can't hold the bottom. Working on it. Trying to get down there, but just can't quite seem to do it. Harrison Britton coming up behind us. Ooh, almost lost it there. Almost lost it with contact there with the 18. Able to gather it up. As we have the 0 now up in the front lane. Jeffrey Earnhardt up there leading this thing. Yeah, we are losing speed here. I'm not sure what's happening, but we are just kind of falling off of a cliff when it comes power-wise. Alright, we're getting a bump from the 8. That's going to send us into the wall. No, thank you, sir. That really did not help us out. I think there's been just a ginormous shuffle of who's where when. Because that 5 car just has dropped like a rock, and he's out at the top 10. He was leading there for a little bit. He's gone already. Got the 0 currently up there. We had just so many. Ooh, good night. Getting a little loose right there. But yeah, there's a lot of shuffling in those few laps there. That's pretty incredible. I'm not sure what's happening with the car right now, but it is going off of some sort of cliff, and I'm not sure what it's trying to do at the moment. We just keep scraping the wall here as everyone's slowly getting around us. We started off really good there on that run, but we had just fallen back so quickly. Not sure what's going on with that. At the midway report here, we got Michael Annette all the way up in the lead. It's been a wacky strategy race for sure. And I think I'm getting some sort of like serious vibration. We're gonna try and dive it down to pit road here. And we are gonna actually come to pit road, and we're gonna work on the car, because there's something going on with the car. We're gonna take that back down. We're gonna leave the wedge where it is. We're gonna fix damage, get 4 brand new tires. But there's something, I'm thinking it might have been tire pressure messing us up, but I'm not sure what it is. The wedge felt good. We had a lot of good start-off speed, but something in the car is off. So we're going to go ahead and come on down and get the car worked on. Brand new tires. Pit crew time. Let's go. Thank you to the pit crew doing a good job there. Pretty quick pit stop, but yeah, we were having some sort of weird vibration that I was not enjoying. We were having some sort of issue. So we got that tire pressure adjusted, so we're going to see if that helps us out. We obviously have totally different, hit the wall already, totally different setup when it comes to the wedge. Wedge is the same as the last run, so we're going to see if that helps us out. It seemed like on the start we did a really good job of that, but yeah, we just totally fell off a cliff there very, very quickly. We're just continuing to go back, and that vibration was definitely getting worse in the controller, so I'm not sure what that was, but was not liking it. And we were just not able to maintain anything in the turn whatsoever, so I think that was probably our best call to be able to do that. We should get the free pass, or lucky dog, either way. Should get that back here pretty easily, more than likely, as we are a lap down, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there was just something weird with the car, and I was not liking how it was driving. Got to 13 there. He's able to gather it back up, thankfully. There's somebody hitting the wall, but yeah, you can see right here the 5. He was leading this race for a very short amount of time, then ended up dropping back. So it was a wacky restart there for sure. That car having major issues as he's going back. Ah, Blicky having issues in the race. That is unfortunate. And there we go. Our Blicky, of course, is a lap down, so that's going to hurt us. So we're going to stay out. And luckily we get the free pass with that one. And here we go, back racing. 17 laps remaining. We got 14 laps of fuel. Everyone might be able to make it to the end destination. Not sure. I think they can. But I'm also kind of thinking that there's going to be another wreck in the very near future. Trying to make some moves here to move to the front before everything gets spread out here, hopefully. Down to the 15 there just a little bit. Alright, car feels better. We're not getting that weird vibration anymore, so I'm thinking there's just something. I think that tire pressure adjustment ended up messing up the tire. So there's definitely something weird going on. And that was just not helping us through the turn at all, because it felt like it was hopping or something. I'm not sure. We were losing grip in the corners. That I know, because we just could not make the corners whatsoever. And we got a change for the lead as well in the front just now, guy. He has assumed the status of the leader, so that's a pretty big shakeup for what these two races have been so far. So that's a pretty big change there. I'm going to try and give a push here to the 61. He's not going to go anywhere, so we can go underneath him here. We're going to try and squeeze under the 4. Luckily we can. In front of the 4 car, there we go. Get a a little bit of draft off of that lead pack. See if we can catch back up to these guys. So as I said, I'm expecting another caution before the end of this race, but we will find out here. Currently what the strategy is, I'm going to have to pit at least for fuel, so caution would be very helpful to have. But we'll see if we end up getting it. So, better than having something weird happen to the car and really mess us up position-wise, so probably should have tried something else, but still, just I was not feeling good in the corners, just really vibrating a whole lot. So we're gonna have to really work on some setup information or something to get this car where it needs to be for Homestead, because we are just not there at the moment. Alright, getting to Alex in the Bay here. Ooh, a little loose there. We got 11 laps remaining, 8 laps of fuel in the tank. As we said, kind of expected with how both of these races have gone to have another caution of some sort happen. We'll have to wait and see if that occurs, as we have 7 laps of fuel remaining, so not in the best position for ourselves at the moment, as we continue to pick cars off though, and these guys pitted with fresher tires, so we're doing a pretty good job moving up the field from being the free pass. 10 laps are remaining at Homestead-Miami, 7 laps remaining on our fuel tank here. And just now, guys, actually putting a pretty good lead on the field there. He's starting to really separate. Good job for him. Well, we're getting almost got him to Timmy Hill a little bit. Up here, able to keep off of him. We can get a little bit of a draft here, just a little bit off Alfredo. That draft off throttle time. Trying to lengthen that out a little bit. Love these guys kind of squeezing me here. Moved up to 17th, that's pretty good. No crashes in the field or tire failures of any sort at the moment. So of course it's going to be the one race where it runs all the way to green before I need a caution to come out. Trying to make moves though, even with the older tires, really starting to like the end game of how the car's feeling. Car's feeling really good towards the very end of the run at the moment. Not having a whole lot of weird issues, so I think we got the whatever that vibration was problem fixed. Definitely like how that feels. We're going to have to peel off here and get on the pit road next time by. We tried for the caution. Doesn't look like we're going to get one. Oh, we got guys coming to pit road though. So could everybody end up needing to come to pit road with us? I don't see why. Nope, that was just a guy with problems. So we only need right side tires and a little bit of fuel. Need a little bit more fuel just in case. Yeah, just in case. Alright, coming in the pit road, 8.4 seconds here. Nice stop, nice stop. Got our right side tires on, we're back on track. And we got plenty of fuel to be able to make it to the end. So the question is, does anything happen in the meantime that would give us any opportunity whatsoever? Don't think so. We want to try and drive as crazy as we can, try and not make anything happen, but just try and be there if it does. Yeah, we're definitely off balance with the tires, but that was the fastest way to get ourselves off of pit road. And I'm pretty sure that our guy might have just taken one to go. But there could still be a caution in this one yet, so we will wait and see here. We got plenty of fuel, so if green-white checker operation should happen, we could go straight to the front. Everyone else would probably pit for tires potentially. I believe that our guy might have just taken checkers. We'll find out here in just a second, but I'm pretty sure he might have just done that. So we did a good job. Finally got the setup where we needed it to be, but just not enough time to work on it. So 33rd, that is where we will finish the race, unfortunately. And a lap down, but we brought a pretty car, and we got the setup where we needed to be at the very end. So, I mean, we did improve, but yeah, definitely disappointing race there after a decent top 10 finish previously. So that's a bummer. Alrighty guys, looking at the finishing results, we got Justin Algar winning it with Harrison Burton, Daniel Hemrick, Chase Briscoe, Michael Annette, Brandon Jones, Noah Gregson, Ryan Sieg, Joe Graff Jr., and David Starr up there in the top 10. We also had Jeffrey Earnhardt, Ray Black Jr. Did we have two? Oh yeah, just Ray Black Jr. Ross Chastain, Riley Hips, and Joe Nemechek up there, along with Vinnie Miller, Chad Fickham, Landon Castle, Josh Williams, Kobe Howard. That is a wacky top 20, I have to admit. We had some wacky people up there. And then you can see we actually finished ahead of Austin Cindric, who is still racing, who is a lap down. We had Matt Mills, Jeff Green, and Mike Harmon all a lap down as well. So yeah, just a tough race, all things considered. Point standings, we drop just a little bit. We're still in the running there in the point standings. Obviously, that doesn't matter with the playoffs, but still, it'd be nice to be higher up. And you see just now guy getting his first win of the season, which should lock him into the playoffs. But that is it for us today, guys. 33rd, not where we wanted to be, and we dropped 2 points, 2 positions in the standings as well. Not what we want either. But yeah, just finally got the car where we needed to be at the very end, but that was just a little bit too late. So anyways, guys, that is it for us. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to support Florida Racing and the team, and also get your name in the credits at the end of the videos, you can always become a member of the Florida Racing team in the memberships panel. So check that out, and we'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye.